Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Make the Cut with Erica and Dawn. We have some special guests with us today. This is season 10, and we promise to bring you a great show. We have the lovely Miss Royce Reed with us. Woo! Holla! And we have the wonderful Mr. Marquis Wooten. Holla! Both my friends from Orlando. Erica, meet my family.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to meet your family. And family, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you guys.
Thank you for having me.
So briefly, one at a time, Ms. Royce, of course, ladies first. Introduce yourselves.
Well, my name is Royce Reed. I am a FAMU graduate, go Rattlers. I major in theater education. I've been dancing for over 30 years. That kind of tells my age. I also did competitive cheerleading. I used to dance for the Orlando Magic as well as the Miami Heat. And I am currently the owner of Fancy Chic Dance Company, who won Worlds at StarQuest in 2019.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
Okay, moving on over here. Who's this handsome young man?
I am Marquis. I'm from Orlando as well. I started off as a cheer dancer, and I used that, just the love of dance, to create my own dance team. And we took all the way to America's Got Talent, which kind of got me out here. So I've done Dancing with the Stars.
Where's out here? Where are you? Where's out
in LA. So yeah, I've been in LA for 10 years. I've been dancing since I was 15, so almost 17 years now. And yeah, I've just been in LA. I had a studio out here, but right now just working and choreographing and just living.
Awesome. Well,
There you
welcome
go.
to the show. So happy to have you.
Thank
Nice.
you.
So Erica, we're gonna
Yes, ma'am.
recap first, like always.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna have everybody. We have our first hip hop female dancer, so that's why we have them here. Because Erica and I, that's not our thing. So we
Nope.
have to bring in the professionals.
Yep.
You know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So recap, last week, what did we do? We had Pedro Pacheco.
We had Pedro Pacheco.
21-year-old Brazilian dancer. He did contemporary. He was a professional, so he didn't get scored.
Mm-hmm.
Thanked him for bringing in his submission. He was awesome. He was very energetic.
Yep.
Lots of turns.
Lots of turns.
Royce, girl, he turned for days, girl. He did.
Ooh, yeah, you know I love a turn. I love a good turn.
Jumps, leaps. He was just doing.
He had everything. He was very entertaining.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great show last week. So thank you, Pedro, for that.
Thank you.
Yes. So as promised, we're going to do the I always do that, episode 10 wrap. Okay? So we're going to do the wrap of the show. So what do we have?
Our first one was Eva Cartwright.
No, she wasn't.
Who was first?
Wasn't. The first one was Isabel Rose.
Oh, that was before me.
That was before you.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's in the notes.
I see it.
Okay.
I was like, it's right there.
I don't have my glasses, so I guess I'm telling my age.
So yes. So the way the Make the Cut started was when COVID is actually a year ago today. COVID started, and then I missed my students and I wanted to see them, and I created something called Make the Cut. And the win would be to have free virtual lessons with me. So I created choreography. I think it lasted for like a week. And the winner ended up being Isabel Rose.
Nice.
So let's just see, how she performed and what that was all about. And again, I want to thank her for participating. She's a phenomenal young lady. So ladies and gentlemen, meet the first winner of Make the Cut, Miss Isabel Rose.
Let's go, Isabel.
Can y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Look at his leg.
Yes!
It's ridiculous.
Let's go, Isabel.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, I miss my kids.
I just started back, so.
Oh, I miss my kids.
Damn.
Okay. How old is she?
Okay, here she had just turned 12. Look at her.
Wow.
She's that.
She's a beast already. She's going to be a problem. Let me tell you. A good problem.
Oh, work is
Already amazing.
Yes, good job.
Was she good?
Wow.
I love her. She
Yeah.
is by far one of my, I completely adore this little girl. And I've been following her now, since she was about 10? I think that's when I first saw her, when she was 10.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Amazing young girl.
Always, always.
So we love you, Isabella. So
She never disappoints.
Then we had Ava Cartwright, who did.
Oh, here she is.
She was from UK.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, wow.
Then we had Deanna Mutter. She did the piano.
She did the piano.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, who's next?
Sunny.
And she did contemporary.
She did contemporary.
Professionals, Garrett Stiegel. Shout out to Garrett. We had Kylie Taylor, her voice.
As a voice.
Okay.
She had a couple of notes with that one. Oh, then we're back to professional. Lorenzo Pantagia. He's a
These
professional.
names, they just sound like elite.
He's
Lorenzo.
Okay. Doesn't it just sound like you want to sit down and pay attention?
Uh-oh. Look, and he started off with a rose in his mouth, Royce. You missed it.
Oh,
Girl.
very nice.
Sexy.
Choreography by
Wow.
Angelina Broad. So very nice for those two.
Mhm.
Then we have Kylie Taylor. She came back. Boom. She came back. She did dance. So she sang first and then she danced and she won.
She did.
Oh,
She
nice.
first
Mhm.
make the cut. So we sent her to River Red Casting Agency, and then we sent her to celebrity photography with Mr. Michael Watts
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
on her
Okay.
way.
That's nice.
And then we had Zaria Henderson, and she made the cut. So she's gonna resubmit. She's gonna submit something else. And our last one was Pedro Pacheco. So that was our.
That was it.
Awesome.
We
Okay.
had a full house.
Wow.
So
Yes.
guys for that. And Erica, you want to thank the judges? Who do we have for judges?
So for judges for our music, we had Udo Opinio Tenyon, as well as Mike Grillo. And they're both musicians and have a legacy work behind them. So they helped us with the music, just how we have our lovely guests helping us today for rap, because we know how to stay in our lane. We
Yeah.
don't try to act like we know.
Well, hip hop.
No.
Wait, say his name again though.
Which
Yeah.
one?
That's how
Udo.
we're doing this.
Oh, Uda Opinio Tenyon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Say it again.
No. And what's so funny though, he's a saxophone player.
Mm.
Oh, even better.
Even better. Even better.
Girl, you almost married. Calm down. Okay, then we have Maurice Lochner and Tony Rome. So thank you guys. Yep.
Tony Rome almost sounded cool. No, just kidding.
Tony Rome is the pastor.
I'm hungry. Can you tell?
Pastor. Lord help us. Okay, so what else? All right, so that was it with that. And now we have our wonderful new judges.
Yes.
Welcome to the club, guys. Thank you, Mrs. Royce and Mr. Marquis. So thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so are we ready to get in here and see Miss Jade Taylor? This is our next contestant. Her name is Jade Taylor. She's from Miami, Florida. She's 21 years old, and she is going to perform for you her hip hop.
Okay. 305, we stay live.
Let's go, Jade.
So let's see what this looks like. Oh, did I mess that up? I was doing so good. Okay, hold on. Stop share. Bam. Share. Did I lose her again? Y'all see her? There she goes. Is that her?
Yep.
Here she
Yep,
goes.
that's her.
All right. Make her big and press play. Y'all want music or no music?
Let's do music first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Action. Go, Jade.
Brand new, Rory, loser, roof, hop out, all white, feel like Zeus, godly, pardon me, let me go, mix, muddy, taste like juice, taste like candy, pop one, Sandy, yo free, two gay, savage, Randy, Andy, Daddy. Pedal, Mazda, McLaren, heavy, metal. Let's get it. Drop. Drop. Drop the top. Drop the top. Drop.
Hey, good job.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah, I love her energy. Like she can definitely move for sure.
Okay.
Her energy for sure was very infectious. Like
Yeah.
the facials and stuff, I loved it.
Yeah.
So Royce, you go first. Oh, you want to read off the category so the audience knows how you're judging what we're doing?
Yeah. So for grooming, there's 10 points, and that includes costume and appearance. 15 points for spacing, and that's the use of the floor. 15 points for level of difficulty. 20 points for technique, which is body alignment, your jumps, tricks, stalls, control, hip hop technique. And then we have 20 points for flexibility, transitions, and oh, that's also part of the technique, my bad. And then we have 20 points for performance, which is facial expressions, confidence, energy. She has that all day.
Yeah.
And then another 20 points for musicality, which is flow of motion, timing, and creativity.
Okay, so what we do here on this show is you do the first one, grooming, and then you give your score, and then Mark matches it with his grooming, and then we discuss why and how you chose to score.
Okay. For grooming, I'm going to give her a 5. She doesn't look bad before a competition. You know, you definitely need to step it up a little bit. And I know the look that she was going for, especially with the crop top and the baggy pants, like that's just, I mean, that's hip hop 101. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's something that you know you cannot go wrong with, but you also want to make sure it looks good and that it matches. And then also you need to make sure that we can see your face. You don't want your cap always covering your eyes and everything because we can't see that. All we saw was like teeth. So we could tell that she had, you know, I could tell that she had some really good facial expressions, but because I can't see her eyes, she didn't like completely pull me in.
Thank you. Mark.
I'm gonna agree with Royce. I'm gonna give her a 5 as well. Like I said, like she said, I get what she was going for, but just always got to remember you're trying to do something to stand out as well. I know when you go to auditions, you might find the same outfit that everybody went to Forever 21 and got. So you gotta do your thing and like stand out some way. If it's the way it fits you, if it's the way it, you know, you have a pop color or something like that, I would just say, just, you know, make different choices with what you decide to wear because you want to also stand out with what you're wearing, especially in a industry where a lot of people could be wearing the exact same thing as you.
Well said.
Right.
And I love your top, sir. You are standing out and popping.
Thank you.
Hey, I have on Janet.
Hey,
Hey.
You can't see her. There she is.
oh, there it is.
For spacing, she didn't have a whole lot of space, so I'm not going to judge too harshly on that. I'm going to give her a 12. I do wish she had a larger space, but I get it, especially during COVID. Most people are home, or they don't have the means to just go to a studio. So I get that. So I'm going to be a little bit lenient with that one, and I'm going to give her a 12.
I'll give her a what?
A 12.
Oh, okay. Mark?
I mean, I gave her a 10. I appreciate it, you know, the things she did as far as moving around. I felt like the decisions that she made with the choreography, most of the moving was self-explanatory, like the drive and stuff like that. It would have been a little nicer to see movement or transition in the actual choreography, not just reacting to what the music was saying. But I mean, I think she did a really good job with that. Yeah. So I gave her a 10.
Okay. Next.
I gotta make sure this ain't add up to 85.
I'm sitting here.
I'm like, wait a second.
I'm like, um, for level of difficulty, this is the level of difficulty and technique they're almost like cousins. So it's kind of hard to like judge one without judging the other, really closely. For level of difficulty, I think I'm gonna give her an 11. And I say that because her musicality, the way that she's hitting everything and what she's doing, for an average person, like it could be pretty difficult. But again, I understand what we're doing here. I understand this is an audition, and I understand that that's the style that she was trying to portray. And I get that. So for what she was giving and what she was doing and the style of hip hop that she was giving is very Miami. I think I would give her an 11.
Okay.
I did 12, just because I know the energy that goes behind what you got to do all of that. I love the fact that she didn't really cut things off in the dances that she did do. She, I know, the what is that when you hit the whoa and all that, like that takes actual, choreography and a level of energy in order to get to those places. So I really appreciated that. So I thought she did well. So I gave her a 12 on that.
Okay, I have a question. Now in contemporary dance, I always talk about you being more grounded, and getting down. Would that be the same for hip hop?
Yes. Hip hop tends to be very grounded.
Yeah.
Not every single aspect, but again, you have.
Yes. Hello.
Sorry,
Hello.
am I still here?
Oh,
Sorry.
like, well, she looked strong for a second.
No, I had an incoming phone call, and they must have tried to call me twice because I have on my do not disturb. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, again, hip hop is very grounded, but also there's different styles because especially coming up today, you have your footwork. And a lot of footwork is very up. You have drilling, and drilling is very up. But then you have your down south where it's like, that's where we're from, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna get down and dirty, you know? So it just depends on the style that is being portrayed and what's given. And I think she was trying to give us more than just Miami. I saw some house. So to answer your question, it differs. Because even with contemporary, sometimes contemporary can be very expressive and low, and same thing with modern, but then it also depends on the music that's being, used, because it can be very grounded, and then depending on how the music in it goes very high. And then how that skill is supposed to be, like given or executed. It depends on how they do it, if it's done correctly. So,
Erica, you want to weigh in on this?
Well, I kind of have a question. For all the judges on the panel today, does it look like she choreographed it, or does it look like it was choreographed for her?
She looked like she choreographed it.
Yeah, it looked like she choreographed.
So then I guess my question would be, because Joanna and I talk about this a lot, would it have been more beneficial for someone to have choreographed a piece on her?
It's hard when you're talking about hip hop, because a lot of times with hip hop solos, they all look like they're choreographed by the person.
Okay.
It's very hard to do a hip hop solo and it look like a professional helped you with it. You know what I mean? Like, you could get someone like Twitch to come in, you could pay him $1,000 to teach you a routine, and when you perform it,
it still looks like
gonna get the same question. Did you choreograph this?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's next?
Where are we?
So Marquis, how did you feel about the level of difficulty or / cousin of technique?
I gave her a 12. I think for the decisions that she made smart choices. I think she put together dances that were familiar, which is also another very smart choice because it's a little bit easier to read your intent behind something that we at least are familiar with. I felt yeah, like I felt that she had I know energy is in performance and expressiveness, but I also feel like in the level of technique with those dancers, you do need a certain level of energy to be able to hit those levels, hit those places, and hit those exact moves. So I think she did really well with the level of difficulty for the dances that she chose.
Right.
Okay.
For technique, which is body alignment, jumps, tricks, stalls, control, flexibility, transitions. Again, it goes right in with the style that she was giving. So who's to say that she can't do a hip hop when it wouldn't have fit that routine? But again, this is an audition. And if you're auditioning for something and you're trying to be chosen to win something, you do need to figure out a way on how to put that in there. So I don't know.
That was a hard one. That was for sure a hard one.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. What do you have, Mark? Same notes.
See, it's hard.
So here's
Yeah, that
yes.
It's hard when that's what I'm saying with hip hop. It's hard because
Let me just ask you guys, would you recommend, now that I have you on the show, if there's anyone out there who wants to submit a hip hop, to contact either Miss Royce or Mr. Mark and have them choreograph something for you? I'm feeling that seems like
I
that
think-
would be the better route to go.
Yeah.
I just feel.
I agree.
I'm
I
open
agree.
fire, but at the end of the show, please give contact information because I just think that they might be able to dance, but they're not a good choreographer. A good choreographer is going to know, I need you to do this, show this,
Yes.
do
But
this.
it also depends on what it's for.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily say even for her that she needs to go out and get someone to choreograph something for her. I think it's a more of a mentoring thing and suggestions because
Decisions.
if she were to say, if she were to say to, someone, hey, I'm auditioning for making the cut and this is what they're looking for, what should I put in it? Then that's when you say, keep your routine what it is, but add this,
Yeah.
because I don't think her routine was bad.
At all.
Yeah, her routine was actually really good. It's just, when you're looking at the score sheet and the number that she has to get to make it there, it's just hard when you're talking about this is a style of hip hop that she chose to do. And no, it doesn't have all these tricks and stuff in there, but who's to say that she can't do them? Exactly. And who's to say that she's not capable?
You hear this? So take these notes, come back and give us all the stuff that they're talking about.
Yeah, I would still have her make it to the next round. Regardless, like I still, if I need to figure out a way to get her to 85, I'm gonna get her to 85. And I'm gonna say that right now because she is a strong dancer. I would absolutely put her in my company and be like, oh, she's gonna be a strong hip hopper for us. I absolutely would.
And that's the thing about auditioning. You can do something really, really well that the choreographer might be like, okay, well, I thought, I wanted technique and this and that and other, but your personality is amazing. Your levels are awesome. You're, you know what I'm saying? You're really grounded because I know that's how I made it when I first got here. Like I wasn't the most technical dancer, but I had something that I could offer really, really well. And then they were like, all right, well, in the choreography, we can give you a trick if you're not, what I'm saying, mindful of tricks in your actual thing. So one thing that I would say to her is, when it comes to the technique and stuff, add that in there. But really good job doing putting your best foot forward because like overall, the reason why it's kind of difficult is because she did so well. So when you break it down into the smaller categories, it's kind of like, I don't want to dock you for that because you didn't have that exactly. But she did an overall really good audition. So it's kind of a good position to put yourself in, because professionally you have the choreographer asking for something a little bit more, but you're also bringing something that, you know, might not have been specifically in the mind of the choreographer. So that's why I feel like it's a little bit tricky to judge it off of the individual categories. We are going to do that, but it's a good place to be in, because she did a really good audition. Like, she really, really did to the point that we don't want to dock her, because she didn't just have technical, you know, and that technical aspect. So I think, I mean, I like Laura said, I'm gonna say whatever we need to say to get her in there.
Yeah. And
Like,
I have a question. Like, do they receive like the score sheet before they audition?
Yeah, do they know?
If they watch, no, they
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because see, that could be a thing too, because even if like they are receiving it, are they receiving it along the lines of their genre? You know what I mean? Like the same thing, how we had to kind of change some stuff up for the hip hop genre. Like maybe if she had received that, then she would have known like, oh, I need to throw this in there as well.
Right.
And it kind of goes hand in hand when you're watching a lot of these competition shows. You have the hip hop group that's dancing in heels, and their thing is heels and being sexy, but it's still hip hop. But then you have those group like Jabberwockies, and they're known for being very like smooth and pop lock and all that stuff. And the mask, you don't see any facial expressions with them. So how are you judging?
Right.
Yeah.
That's not their gimmick. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
So true.
I think if they were to receive the actual score sheet to know what is being judged, you know, versus it just being like this blanket score, I think that would help.
Erica,
That's also a good critique. Know what you're being judged on.
Yeah.
That helps you.
Yes. Erica, did you want to weigh in on that?
No. Okay. I know at one point, because we have discussed this even with the dancing that we judged, right? But our whole thing was possibly giving the choreographers the scorecard just so they could know what we were looking for, because often we would receive choreography and sometimes it wouldn't match what we had on our scorecard. So it would be tough for us, but I'm a stickler. Like whatever is on the scorecard, that's what I'm going for, just to make it even for everyone. So we did discuss possibly giving the scorecard to like choreographers before they submit the same thing. But I think we always use this show to learn for ourselves. So I think it is a great idea to start putting it on our website.
Yes, we're going to do a Facebook page. Finally.
Yeah, that way people will know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Thank you for that note.
Yeah.
So all around, she made it. Did she make the cut, guys?
Yeah,
she did.
Yes,
she made the cut.
She made it.
She made it. She made it.
So we're gonna contact you, ma'am, Pam, Miss Jada, and before we leave, can you please, Ms. Royce, if anyone wants to contact you for lectures, for privates, for workshops, for summer intensives, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, the easiest way to get in touch with me is either I'm gonna say direct message me, but with me because I probably won't see it for a minute. I don't always check my requests. But when I do, I get the alerts and I'm responding immediately. Another easy way to get in touch with me is email. If you email me at roycereed@me.com, then I get those pretty quickly. And my name is spelled ROYCEREED @me.com.
Thank you. And my man, Mark, go ahead. How they hit you?
You can find me at Woo Views across all socials, WOOVIEWS, or you could email me at WooViewsEntertainment@gmail.com.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys. Erica, you have any last words?
Thank you guys so much. We could not have done this without you guys.
This was nice. I'm glad I was able to do this.
Glad you guys made it. And thank you guys for watching once again. Next week, I think.
Wait, I do have a question.
Yes.
So if we get some more hip hop dancers, you guys come back. Like when you come back, you have to come back.
Of course.
Absolutely, but I'm not just a hip hop dancer.
That's like Royce has all the cards.
Royce. That's right. I apologize. I did not mean to put you in a box, sis. Please come back. Whatever you want to do,
I'm a
just
hip
come
hop
back.
dancer. You can keep me in that box.
You're contemporary.
But I'm of course.
So yes, but just please come back. How about ballet? No.
I'm going to stay in my lane when it comes to ballet.
Yeah,
But I mean, my favorite style is jazz, especially jazz funk. So,
Okay.
I love jazz, and then I love lyrical contemporary. Hip hop is just, I mean, I went to FAMU, but even at FAM, like we did very little hip hop. But I was kind of forced into it when I graduated with Magic and the Heat. So
fabulous choreographer and you're a fabulous hip hop dancer. So I can attest.
thank you. And you're a fabulous friend and choreographer and
And
teacher,
fabulous
all that
teacher,
stuff
Thank
too.
you. And Erica is as well. She's a Broadway diva, rockette, you name it. She's done it. She's amazing.
Eric, I'm gonna get in your class when I come back and visit.
Come on, we kick together. We'll high kick.
Thank you guys so
Look,
much.
and Royce, you and I can do a lyrical song with Uda Opinio Tenyo.
Oh Lord.
Ooh, that.
I have a rose in my mouth.
Good night.